Alright, so it's Phoenix Gray here, and it's Wednesday, and I kind of don't have any motivation today, so I'm just gonna sit here and play Ace Attorney and nibble on, what can I nibble on today? Oof, as I roll away. Ooh, I have Reese Peanut Butter Cups. Alright, we're gonna get through some more of this last chapter of the first game for Phoenix Wright. And like I said, I have no motivation. So if I seem quiet or anything, hey OCD! Obsidirar. How are you, OCD? It has just been one of those days. One of those days. I need to refresh that. There we go. That one? There we go. Continue. Continue. Yes, load the data. So, February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby 2. Didn't know there was more than one defendant lobby. Let me just get my Reese's Cups out of their packaging here. Yeah, let go. God dang it. It should not be this hard to get chocolate out of a package. There we go. Now I got chocolate all over my desk. And under my keyboard. Leave it to me to get food in my keyboard. They need to I need to get one of those keyboard protector things. I have so much crap and dust. I'm not gonna blow on the I was gonna blow on my keyboard. Then I realized my mic was in the way. You guys would not want to do that. Alright, I am gonna fix the chat a little bit here before I do anything. Because I know on another game it was a little short, so no, don't move it. Am I not hitting the right button? Oh, that didn't work. Oh, I am all the way to... Okay, well, can I make that one bigger? Apparently I cannot. Not hearing me? What do you mean you're not hearing me? My mic is in. And nothing's muted. Maybe it's the music? Hey, Rosalis! Hello! Shout out to... There we go. Haha. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome to the den. Rosalis, can you hear me? Is the sound okay? OCD says he can't hear me. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. I'm good. How are you? Let me make sure that... No, I'm not muted there. No, I'm not... 2 days till the weekend? Yeah! Okay, good. So you can hear me then. Okay. Yeah. Well, we got our shot the other day, and I've had 2 days at work, and I'm exhausted. Ah! Reloaded, fixed it? Alright. Cool. And, yeah, Sanjin was back to work today. He's doing alright. He's doing much better. Mr. Right? Nothing much other than being... Yeah. Yeah, we got it on Sunday. And Monday I was exhausted. I mean, I'm usually exhausted on the weekend anyways, but I was like in and out of consciousness on Sunday or Monday. Kind of conking in and out all day. And Monday was a holiday for us. I don't know about you guys. And then he took yesterday off as a precaution. We both had like pain in our arms where the shot went in, so. No, oh yeah, yours is like a week after ours. Yeah. Huh, what? Oh, right. Are trials always like this with you? Like, you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake without about to reach the surface? Yes. But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there? Pretty much. And playing this game, I usually want to smack my head against the wall. Especially if some of the characters. Oh, he must be upstairs. Ghosty's been running up and down the stairs, so he must have finally settled down. Yeah, no worries. No worries. Lurk away. I do apologize. I'm getting chocolate all over my fingers. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with the piece of cloth. So this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. That reminds me, I need something open. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner! Oh god. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's why they told me when I was a youngin', at least. Officer Marshall. Thought I'd come take a look, see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. Got the home ranch locked down tighter than the fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What's going on over there anyway? All the places I've seen the last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole mufflers thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. Why are you even wearing a scarf? You don't say. Now, don't that just beat all? Huh? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. Saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. At the awards ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth seen it too, I reckon. What does that mean? The photograph taken at the crime shooting, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken? Well, she could have been. Well, about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab a bull by its horns. Sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. You and me both. Dude, me, you, and me both. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Right? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some Fine ribs. Ooh-wee. The stereotypical people in this game. I'd like to resume? First, Judge, I gotta ask you, are you done eating? Just gotta say that. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're double— Hey, I was reading that! It can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened, Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with the trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable. It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Huh? Excuse me. Knock knock. Huh? Who's there? What's with this guy? I agree. Who in the world is this dude? Strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. So you're choking on tension, huh? Why are you in the witness box? Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he? Ah, it's you. Who? Speak! Oh, heh. Sorry I'm late. Uji? The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see. Uji? How you been? So much these days? Hello. I've been busy. Busy smizzy. Uji. My boy, you have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Uji seems to be his nickname for the judge? I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. I'm sorry, but who are you? Haha, sorry, you're righto. The attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks? I'm so sorry about our little worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly! Little worthy? Mr. Wright. Don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police? The top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everybody. How is it we've not met him before? So, what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came into this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out. By bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler! So Miss Star wasn't just seeing this. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuffed into the exhaust pipe... A little worthy's car, no less. Although I do like the nickname for Edgeworth. Wait, what is that? It's really quite embarrassing even for us. What's this? It's what you'd call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this.
Objection!
Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now wait a minute, Worthy. No, I've no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document, where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. On the day of the crime I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. but you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. But are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. The courts accept this new evidence, but I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. Blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push the switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Wait, that's the bloody knife. I didn't do that. Just saying. SL92. There's a small tag on the knife. Seems to say SL-92. What does that mean? Well, I've heard something similar. DL6 of DL6 incident fame. But it's strange. Huh? What is it? I'm not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this, or letters that look a lot like this somehow? What? Don't scare me like that! I'm the one who's scared. Look at the knife. The tip's broken off. This dark red stain. Blood? Switchblade. Added to the court record. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I'd like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. Terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife? Sure, not a problem. Not even. I'm just gonna... Ah, shoot, what did I do? Ah, crud. Dang it. Why? No! Make you all smaller. Why can't anything, like... Why is it programs will not do what you want them to do? Just saying. Can I not go smaller? Ah! When you have multiple programs open, it doesn't always like you. Okay, let's put you on that side. You over there. That way I can still see shit. There we go. What am I doing? That is what I'm doing. Okay, this is just a test one, so I don't do anything here. Department in disorder. Knife is special, but I can't say how. Here. Why not? Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. Time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? Yeah. officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk about it. There's a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Udgy. We haven't exactly announced it yet.
Objection!
I've lost chocolate on my Udi. Wait a second, you said 5:50. That's the exact time. Sorry, guys. That Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order! 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 I'll have a ham, Swiss and cheese. That's not right. Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might as well assume. We're in the middle of top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? Oh. I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright? Two detectives killed at the same time in two different places. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to the cross-examination of the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand.
Objection!
Wait a second. Ah, at last, an honest-to-goodness objection. This knife. This has to do with something, Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Haha. An honest-to-goodness. What do you mean? From Udgy. This is great. Look at this tag. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. This is important. Why? Over here, we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. Huh? What's this? 6 minus 17s? 12 over 2? Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside... The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn around, what do you get? Aha! February 21. Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. That sounds... That's the same thing that's written on the knife. Order! Order! Well, Chief? Oh, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, righto? I win? What game is this guy playing? I agree. This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape. Okay.
Hold it!
On the same day, the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot. Another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, OG? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That quick? But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, righto. I suppose I could help if you help me by giving me data on your case. Ooh, Ooh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing, and one thing only. So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? Wait a second. I've heard of that. The evidence room. Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? There's a connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? Happy we just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about details.
Hold it!
Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Heh, you don't say. Well, out with it, righto? What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. A knife was found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence bag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in the very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. You just gonna stare at me? Dude? You two make a good pair! It took my men 2 days to find out what you did just right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we give any information? Unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. Wait, really? Who'd have guessed? I'll cooperate. But I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department.
Hold it!
If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. Okay, how will you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 5842189. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives us nuts. 82. I can't do it. I didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim in the police department. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean? Well, let's hear what you have to the defense say. You say the ID number of this detective who was murdered in the police department tells you something. What does it tell you? Is this it? That's it. No, wrong button.
Take that!
Haha! Take it. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with it. Like you always do. The police department... 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have the police number right here. Oh? Is it yours? No, Your Honor. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, writer. Personnel IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Huh. Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I forgot. You didn't even get the first number right. Again! The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189.
Objection!
Wait a second, right. What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, ho ho ho! Sharp as attack, righto! Sharp as attack! But wait, Detective Goodman was our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed in the police department in the evidence room at the exact same time.
Objection!
That's impossible. So what we're saying is the same person was killed at the same time in a completely different location. Oro.
Objection!
I was reading that. No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error, Mr. Edgeworth. They're yours. What? How dare you? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our officer Meekins who brought you the news? He sent him running. Mr. Wright? Where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha! Yeah, he sent him packing. I want to know what happened to his hand. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the presidency? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I got your report. You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he said that the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman, murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth. The victim's name is written on the top of the report. Ah! Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error of gross negligence on the duty of your part, Worthy.
Objection!
But, sir... You could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say unworthy? What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law? Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. Connection was just proven by Righto over here. Good job, Righto, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those rumors. You're even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of diligence on my part, Mr. Edgeworth. Please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do. You better get results this time. Really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Technically, it's the cops' duties to get all the information before it goes to trial. If new evidence pops up, adjournments are required for both sides to look into, but generally it still goes back to the cops to look after. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. We will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. The court is adjourned. Wow. No, I don't want to save my progress up to this point. Are they insane? Of course I want to save it. God dang it. This is why I don't usually eat chocolate while I'm playing video games. Especially ones that come in a wrapper that breaks off pieces of it. February 23rd, 2015 p.m. Wright and Co. Law Offices. Mr. Wright? So, what's going on with the case anyways? I have no clue. I really, really do not. I'm a little confused. You and me both. Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. Died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this and the evidence room part? Prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart from car. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Oh, right, let's do it. So, here's my theory. Doppelganger, i.e. look-alike, or he was killed in the police department prior to 5:15 and then taken to the prosecutor's office because all the awards stuff was happening at the police department, and then when somebody opened the trunk, he was there. That's my theory. Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be of much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. I think she's nearsighted. I know I am. Prosecutor's office, underground parking lot. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum. Was it empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along. Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in the oil drum washed it all away. Unless you used a chemical that would bring it up. Remember, folks, there is some good things about the show CSI. Or NCIS. Or any other crime scene investigation show. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? The situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Luminol. Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me, why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing blood stains with this stuff. Not drinking it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? Whoa! The test for bloods. Just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press enter to spray on it. Okay, let's find us some blood stains. Oh, hello. Okay, so there's no blood in the trunk. Yeah, I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So this is a blood stain. Huh. It's so, Emma, you're shaking. It's just, this is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course? What's odd about this? Scientifically speaking. Actually, yeah. The location or the amount of blood? I think it's the amount of blood. I mean, that's not a whole lot. Perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a lot more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this. Oh, hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find the bloodstain, okay? See? I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up by my allowance to buy that. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Then let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah! It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious? Huh? Now look. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star! You only trust your own eyes. Not bad, you two. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead and doesn't really get my mouth watering. You certainly put me on the tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but no, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from the security room right there. But I was afraid that you wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry, you lied on the witness stand? That's unforgivable. It's actually perjury and you'd go to jail. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw the chief prosecutor, Sky, stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear it on my honor and as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Starr? Yeah, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened a criminal when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know, I mean, seemed like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I dragged the dirt out from the mouths of suspect after suspect, and before long they called me the Cough It Up Queen. The music with that, like, pause right there was just perfect timing. And here I thought someone had forgotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go, fired? I felt that I had found my dream job and I became an investigator, and if those prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that SL9 incident. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... what do you think about this? The SL9 system was written on that knife. And on that note, Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from that case, the murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9? I had one of those up to 2 years ago. Back when you were Cough Up Queen? We found this ID card here in the parking lot. Oh, there's no mistaking that. That's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department. Well, that's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. That it? No. That it. That one. I hit the wrong button. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes, so you went straight to the scene of the crime. I rushed toward the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are a whole problem. The whole of my testimony, as it were. 5 minutes weren't the problem. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time? That incident really opened my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I've ever handled. Actually, it was all 3 of them. The police and prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence, so they didn't solve it. On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? The criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any clearer than that. The only problem was they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? The criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone for fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved in the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated the case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined, and then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell. There is only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends, that can help me investigate. Miss Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have, anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rookie, what? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Miss Starr? Officer Marshall, is he your, are you going out? Why do you want to know? I'm just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. I got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. He was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Let's just examine this place a little more. No, can I... Hey, yeah. That's okay, don't cry. That Lana Skye must be one strong woman. Can I... Where's the luminol? Oh, wrong button. See, there's just so little. There's so little blood. Hello. This blood must be from Winalana. No, my sister isn't the murderer. But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime? And her right hand is bandaged. Hey, just whose side are you on? This has nothing to do with taking sides, so this means that it has had blood on it. It just keeps getting worse. So I'm guessing... Whee! Spraying everything. Apparently you cannot spray around the toolbar. Oops! Are we still going? Okay, we're still going. Hey, close that. I don't need that. I don't need that either. God dang it. Everything's opening up on me because I keep hitting a button. Okay, so there's nothing else. Alright, let's go to the police department. Let's go talk to somebody. See what they have to say. Police department. It's even busier here than it was yesterday. Detectives are running around so fast they're blurry. Suppose it makes sense a detective gets killed here after all. So the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk. Here it is. She's like a kid at an amusement park. Hey, Pepper! Oh, I forgot to tell you. Sorry. I figured you were in school still, or class. Posture check. Yes, I am sitting straight. This case is getting weirder and weirder and weirder and more irritating because the characters are like, I want to smack their heads into brick walls. Ooh, real crime scene. Let's take a look. The blue badger is still writhing around today. Wait, is it gonna take a picture? Oh. This gives him the benefit of the doubt and says he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy yesterday. Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel he's going to do something naughty. I agree. Look at that patrolman saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. You idiot! What are you thinking? Where's your head? Sir, it's right here, sir. I guess he wasn't saluting, showing where his head was. They make a good pair. Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white? No idea why. Well, I think they're designed after a panda. Not that again. I think this is all the same. The banners, yeah. It's like a new movie. Okay, yeah. This is like the last time we were here. Usual wanted posters. Do you know this face? Call 911. Okay, can we... There's look pretty busy in there. Just imagine right now, behind those doors, police action, drama, and fashion. Somehow the... Okay. Guard station? Yeah, guard station. That's a lot of alcohol for a guard's house. Guard station. And that's a funky hat. Evidence room station. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime. It sure seems that way. Oh! What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly. It's so posing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is if this is the guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Let's see. Can I go there? Evidence room beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we'd need someone's permission to go in there. Look, on the floor, a lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap? Here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed. I reiterate my earlier statement about the characters. You sure have an active imagination. By the way, she's 16. Somehow I've gotten younger with my assistants. Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. Yipes! These sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her! I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. There's a security guard uniform hanging there. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. Leather jacket, leather pants, leather... What was that called? A punchy? A paunchy? A pinchy? Oh, I know! A poochie! A poncho... The phrase... The term is called poncho. Maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Anything else? This swinging door makes the place look like a kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in anyway. Of course not. If you went in through there, the cactus would fall over. Ouch! Instead, it'd be more like, yeah, myself. We got a little tool we're gonna use right here. Okay, nothing. Nothing. Whee! I'm spraying it everywhere. Hello? Oh my god. Are you serious? Are you frickin' serious, dude? Oh my god. Sorry guys, just give me one sec here. And then we go back here. And we go here. And we go here. We go here. And boom. And done. You're a bad person. No bots allowed. In my chat. Wait. Oh, hello. What? Wait. Why is there blood on top of the cactus? There's clearly blood around the spines here. This room's pretty messy. Someone must have tripped over something and planted their head right on these spines. I think that'd be more painful than being murdered. I kind of agree. I kind of agree. Entrance. This place is charged with frantic energy as always. Please! Huh? Wasn't that? One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe! Now it's time. Now's no time for chit chat. Pal, I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Hey, unknown! Thanks for the host! Oh my god, I cannot spell! And it's not your name that I can't spell, it's just in general today I can't spell. And I guess I need to do this and go like this. Ha! Because none of that has been working. And I checked my thingy-majiggy. I did the refresh, so that should work. Okay. Now is no time for despair. Caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence. The criminal. Oh, you mean you heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? Yeah. On the same day that the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed in the police department? And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. That was all earlier. Biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't going to fill my belly. Wait, don't leave. If you want to know more, head on down to detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later. But I have a steak lunch for you. He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. See, now it kicks in. Well, I guess we should go down to, back to the office, because I can't get to the detention center here. What to do? Well, where should we begin? Oh, well, isn't it obvious? We should begin with, you know, the thing. Mystery of the victim, I guess? How could one man, Detective Goodman, be killed in two places simultaneously? Ah, big words. Oh, well, you see, we should go to the police department. The evidence room, was it? I'm not being very useful here, am I? No, you're being very helpful. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those rumors. You're even in the defendant's chair just past December. There should be a grr there, not a thing. There was that business with him not reading the officer's report. What about killing in the police department, right? Chief of police was right about that. But I can't help but think someone at the police department doesn't like Edgeworth. Down to detention center. I'm gonna expect this. Wait. What? Still, I do feel better about things a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best to not go down too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me? A perpetrator? I'd say I was perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. Hi. Greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, sir. But is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I got your report, sir. Officer Meekins. So you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir. I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman. Like a little last lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? No, sir. How should I say this? Wait. He isn't... Is he? You, Officer Meekins? You didn't... Did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Yeah, watch out for his megaphone. I always gotta look at this guy. It must make him worry about his own fate in life. No comments from the peanut gallery. What? I didn't see none. Smile for the camera, poor Officer Meekins. I think he knows he's being watched. Okay, I think that's basically it, because... Yeah, I know. Alright. Let's talk, Officer Meekins. What were you doing the day of the crime? Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir! Sir! Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir. So I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So normally there's a guard in the evidence room? That's right, sir. Because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir! A suspicious person! No! Why is he... Huh? What the heck is this guy doing? So, what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand. Bandage on his hand, just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first. Oops, wrong character. I'm trying, folks, I'm trying. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. Well, tell us about the victim first. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy eyes, sir. If you have to label me a perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me a victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention and alive and well at that. Yes, sir, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So you didn't know him. Okay, why in the world did they let him keep that? Or his cuffs, for that matter, or any of his gear? If he's in detention. Sir, I work in a tiny department, devoid of light and other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. Someone around here is more confused than I am. About your hand? Did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But sir, there's nothing I can do. Nothing you can do? Sir, to tell you the truth, sir, when it happened, the detective pointed that knife at me. I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. Next thing you knew, you were, huh? Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Holy shock! Holy sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared? That's some story. No, don't look at it. No, don't look at it. Hit the wrong button. Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey. That's it, sir. That's it. That's what? My head was a blank until this very morning. But sir, now I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct. That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. I better pry into this a little deeper. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman, a lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room, and that's why you thought he looked suspicious? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much like by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show you his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whipped looked and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him. Do unto others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir. Why do I sound like Yogi Bear? My God, I do apologize. What happened then? Well, my eyes, sir, everything went white. When I woke, I was here. Right. So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Ella? Well, let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman. I don't think that was Goodman. I really don't. I think it was some dude dressed up like Goodman, and Goodman died elsewhere. And the victim, who we met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here. They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time, Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly. No. But the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? Security camera. The crime I swore to stamp out. It's there, it's me, it's on tape. Huh? And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks, I have my own. Well, I guess we better go check out the crime scene. Alright. Hey, Mr. Wright. Look who's standing at the chief detective's desk. Police Chief Dent. And you're sure this is all? You know what this means. If there's anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers and seen picture behind the computer monitor inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. It's a little flustered. Aha! Right on, my boy! How you been? So much? Oh, Chief Dant. Reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? I just gotta go over this. Let's stuff that all. Blue Badger, the featured star of the police force. The design's a little changed from the one outside. Well, the dancing Blue Badger is still under development, you see. You have it trademarked? Absolutely, it's the cutest. It's cutting-edge stuff now. Show this doll here to my daughter, and she burst into tears. Don't show her the moving mock-up outside, then you'll have her nightmares. Okay, this is all pretty much from the other previous episodes. Anything? What are you looking at? No? Why is there a chick on the poster of a female police officer? Wait, no, that's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. Yeah. I know there's no clues there. Alright. Let's talk to this dude. Is Rectorate going to be okay? Oh, Worthy! Oh, you know they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with that. With the boys since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got some else found guilty in that case, righto? Von Karma. Legend he was undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it, so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. But they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, of getting killed on their turf too? I mean, they're the prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Everyone was stopped in two locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, Righto, I can't give away all of our secrets just like that. This particular... Well, it's a little sensitive. I can't talk about it. Wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff secrets. I can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just to keep the chief of detectives shot my shot. He was the one you were picking on earlier. Huh? You saw that? Whoops. What do you know was that the chief of detectives was supposed to do? Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Oh, sorry, you had to see that. Huh? What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. I took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Does Detective Goodman lose something? Date on it's February 21. Better make note of that just in case. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come when Righto asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Oh, whoops, wrong character. As he stares at you with those green, swirly eyes. Now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give him $50 no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. Just goes to show, you never know until you ask. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Huh? Hey, the detective's ID badge, isn't it? It's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir, it's an honor. Just run along now and do your best now later, folks. He's odd. They're all odd, but yeah. Pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir, because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. I agree. Oh, yeah, I gotta go there. No, oh, come on. Yum, 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 yum. Alright. Where's my clock? You have points to spare? Alrighty, 10 minutes. Alright. Yeah, I gotta do more with the points. There's a light blinking below the monitor. Recording, and the evidence room is beyond that door. We have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. Oh no. Aha! The card reader is turned off. What is that security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambina's sky so gray? Oh, this dude. What's that? Why does it have to be him to look for? As you may have I've surmised, this here's my saloon. And it looks like a saloon, folks. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw, that card you got there in your chest, that's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what you standing here for? Get along, little doggy, the crime scene's waiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind tangling you with hombres. You're busy then. Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. Dude, I got something for you. Have a little lunch. That smell. Reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Star. What's this? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. It means maybe he'll talk to us. Since we couldn't give it to Gumshoe. Alright, Bambita, you win. Ask him munch. Anything smack. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Alright. Talk to us about the guard station and why it's decorated so terribly. You're in charge of the security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Oh, that poor little doggy. Poor guy, he keeps getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. Told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job at keeping an eye on the place. Security camera system. I don't take machines much. Kind of like that stewed broccoli they sneak into your steak, you know? Miss Star told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It's always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of crime. It's all gone now, like a drinking hole on prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Star, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. Can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We heard the name so many times, but no one tells us exactly what happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? Their case. That's right. The evidence transfers. Edgeworth was talking about that transfers too. I know it. Maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? Must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. I can't stand cauliflower either, so I completely understand. The easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. These are ones Officer Meekins mentioned. Nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. There's a security guard in here. One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. That's the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. Bingo! So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina. Can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Sorry, but can you explain what this We don't keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under presiding detective supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever. In the underground vault of the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Come back here. Thank you, OCD. I needed that. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after the case is solved, it's closed, forever, dead. Never to be reopened again, never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot. Number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID record card again. Card record. Bingo! Right here. Look, the 4th number. It's a perfect match. That was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. Wait, what did Meekin say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show you his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. He had his ID card there. Why would he have pointed the knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you his ID card record. An idea. Maybe I should show this list to the other people with IDs here. Let's go to the crime scene. The evidence room. And we got the luminol to spray it all down. Alright, in here. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room. It's really like kind of a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Eek! Whoa! What just happened? Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around here smacking ghosts on the head, pal. Technically that's assaulting an officer. So, is it true what I heard? Righto, please, do I look like a strange man? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give him $50, no problem. So, go ahead and investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. Yes, it's true. So, chief of police can't alone anyone? Excuse me. So that's what you were talking about? Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for a day. Boss for a day. But guess what? You're chief. So now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Floor plans. Alright, it's like a storage room. We got one of those at work. What is this again? Oh yeah. Bruce Goodman, ID 5. Okay, he really didn't finish it. Oh, my timer's up. Wait, what? No. That could not have been 10 minutes. Was it 10 minutes? That couldn't have been 10 minutes. Yeah, it was 10 minutes. What is it? This is... Oh, the autopsy report, yeah. Okay, let's talk to him about being boss for a day. So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for a day? That's right! It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again. I'm adamant, though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. My own evidence locker, pal. A locker in here, too, Detective? Of course. I'm a detective, after all. You gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee right now? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end of Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card. Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third ID card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coated with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are latest model. There's a trick to these handles. The handles? On the other side of the handles is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, you get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoky every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Okay. No, don't, I did it again. Detective Goodman's note, and that switchblade. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of that SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago. It was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on the case. Now that was a bloody, violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? Serial killing. Serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. The killer made a mistake and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around him, that to nab him. That was 2 years ago? That puts Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumor mill. Rumors? About forged evidence. It's supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. That was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL19 incident, see? So, the switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself. Take a look at this. This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. I heard the rumors. So it's Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? The second number. That's not your number. Is it Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. Wait, what? Second number on this list. What's Mr. Edgeworth? What? Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence locker? Alright, let's examine this place, because we haven't examined it yet. Wow, look at this big pile of junk everywhere. That looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Maybe that's one of those human be evidence for some case. Wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal. Making me out some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That's it. I bet that evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective or something. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. But he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're going to talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. This place is stuffed with evidence. Stuffed with dreams. I'm not sure about the dreams. Won't open. Did you really think it would? Hey pal, our security is high tech around here. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What sort of sorry looking fishing pole is that? That's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. Wait, pal, that's the metal detector, one from solving the case out on Gourd Lake, remember? Oh, right. Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. And, I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it will come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. That cheap-looking bomb. Can't judge a person or a machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart. Okay. Why is there paint up there? What is this, blood? It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. Looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. White, what if there are other blood stains left in the corner? We should use her testing strip to check it out. Someone left a glove here, but only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go again, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. It's evidence from the case, you know. I mean, SL9? It doesn't have a tag on it. Rubber glove. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make it all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go again, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. Case, SL19 case, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence? Wonder what shape these pieces were in before, whatever it was. You want to try to put it back together? Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Well, I had to spend a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like it's the bottom. Let's try putting the rest on top. Oh god, I have to do this? This one? No, this one. No, can we select that one, please? got that far too, 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. Kind of understand how it got broken. Paint, what is the saw and paint doing here? Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression. True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger? Well, you might say this is my studio here in the evidence room. Dude, really? Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above it is lit. That locker is coated with Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker? Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. If you put in a mixer jar. Two that bother me. One, why are some of the pieces missing? Two, doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke. I'll make sure to remember the next time I make a jar. Stretch! Oh yeah, definitely gotta stretch. Alright. Let's start over here, shall we? Okay, we got a handprint. I knew it, this was someone's right hand. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker. It's mine. Yours? Please. You have to help me. When they come back to take me away, promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm or fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pal? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plan. Counting on you guys, believe me, you can't do this. What? But you're a detective. I just found like a ton of... It must have been a massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. This is where he was killed. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Blue... Pale blue blood. Maybe... Detective... Actually, an alien! This proves that something really happened in front of the locker. I'll make note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you should have asked! Of course there's nothing there. Hold on. No. No! I want to spray with that. Stop looking at it. Hello? I wasn't there a minute ago. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if you flight out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey! That's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What's this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. Where did you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plan. Hey, pal, look at the time. Is there something you need be going to do? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. give them a report for today. It might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Alright. I don't want to talk to you. Oh, well, let's see. Is there anything new to talk to? No? Here? No? Problem is, you gotta go through, like, all these steps to get here. Okay. We've got 2 more sections and then we'll call it. Hey, come back here. Ah! Why is the bellboy here? Ah, guess. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth. I beg your leave. So long. Mr. Edgeworth? You? There, standing by the window. A teacup in his hand. Right. He has the hotel to bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry. I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently a new fresh restaurant is opening up near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Okay, let's see how it went. So, how did it go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. We're lucky this time. Again. Again. I've heard them say that so many times, ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened. They gave control of the investigation to the police department. Police department? Yes, any further investigation of the case will be directed by the chief of police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you, why? All along I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Wow, I've never seen him in this out of sorts. Really? You haven't seen him in this out of sorts, not even when he was up for trial. I want to ask about this record here. Alright, I'd better check this now. As I was saying, What is this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less. Chief of Police? You wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up a half a year ago. You told me you wanted to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. Chief has never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about the other case. I'd better make a note of this. Stubborn as always, I told you this had nothing to do with the current case. But case does. I know you've probably got a hold of some information already, don't you? It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You're the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. Must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Gant. That wacky old coup was involved in the case 2 years ago too then? He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Why do I get the feeling he's the one that did it all? Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science. Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid? Well then, you might have use for this. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints? How does he have fingerprint dust? Like, seriously, he's a prosecutor. Is there a country out there where the prosecutors and the defense teams do this kind of investigation? Because I know for a fact in Canada they don't. It's all done by the police, and then it's handed over to prosecution once it's all done. And then they tear it up in court. Prosecution and defense cannot touch the evidence until it is already labeled, done, blah. How does a prosecution have fingerprint dust? Let alone, how does a 16-year-old get luminol spray? But, you know, as she said, she bought it from mail order. Still, like, what the fudge? It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. He's got this cute little smirk on his face, though. Like he knows more than he could say. Really, no need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Gumshoe as well? Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. I just want to spray his office. Come on, let's go spray his office. Especially this dirty coat. And the samurai. Who knows what's been on there? Hello? Wait, what's this? What? It looks like some blood has dropped here. Judging by the amount, my guess it's from a nosebleed. Nosebleed? Maybe in his wrath? Mr. Edgeworth slapped someone for their incompetence? Why does Gumshoe's face come to mind? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alright. Let's go fingerprint stuff, you know. At the police department. Good night, Pepper. investigation turned out a suspicious handprint over here. Here is on the blood on the detective evidence document. Let's use the secret weapon we borrowed. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. Each finger leaves behind a slightly different print. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I would say that I really can't tell the difference at a glance. For procrastination, choose a finger. Okay, now it's time to check the prints. Let me show you how it's done. Emma's starting to get all the sparkle in her eyes again. First, we sprinkle aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? With... Aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? Imagine you're blowing out the candles of a birthday cake. See? Wow, that looks like fun. It might take some getting used to. It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Basic fingerprinting. I guess I better give it a try. I think I'd like to try one of the other prints. Yeah. Let's try that one. Aha! You did it! I don't see any print. But this looks like nothing but a fingerprint. Now that you mention, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. It's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame while we're at it. Why don't we look at other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door open closely. Hello. Seems like there's a fingerprint outside the bloody handprint. Right here. La da 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 da. Aha! Let's just make sure we get it all nice and covered. There we go. I think I'd like to try it. Wait. No! Why did that not work? Because I hit the wrong button, that's what it was. Seriously not like finished? Ha! There it is. Dazzling. Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. So we're not done yet. It's quite a process. There's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at that fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edwards and point out the person you think left these prints. How am I supposed to know who it was? I can make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would most likely be found on the evidence locker? Okay. Oh. So it's not Lana. gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. Guess that's probably because what I was thinking was so what. Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there's one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Right, there was a handprint here. Okay, let's try using this. There go our eyes again. Oh yeah, okay, oops. The area with the blood was right? We only ended up finding it using chemicals, which means any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Alright, that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try and find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left behind. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Get it all nice and dark. Okay, it doesn't work that way. I'm just coloring everything white because I can. Okay, so it's gotta be really dark apparently. Like, you have to, like. There we go. No. Why is that one up front? There we go. Why is she on here? That looks close. These fingerprints. Hey, who is? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Marshall? That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma? This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminal reaction, the blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh! So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain. But why would Officer Marshall... Looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. Alright guys, we're gonna call it here for today because it is almost 10:30. Yes, I want to say, why do you add? You should just save it. So thanks for hanging out with me today. And of course, I've got everything kind of askew now. There we go. That's because I shrunk my OBS. No, come here. There we go. So everything is kind of skewed on my screen here. Let's get you over here. There we go. Big old buttons. I like the big old buttons. Now this can go like that. And it can go. Apparently apparently nothing wants to wiggle over the way it's supposed to. Okay. So, we're gonna call it here. Yeah. Can I? No. Stop. Stop. That button. Yes, that's fine. Alright. We are going to raid Sanjin. I have no idea what he's playing today. But he is playing, it should be console night. I think I vaguely heard him playing, he was gonna play Crash Bandicoot. Let's make that bigger. And he is. So let's go raid Sanjin. I know, I raid him all the time, but I mean, hey, why not? You know, he's my boo. He's my boo. So, let's go raid him, and thanks for hanging out, and we will be back tomorrow with some garden paws. So come hang out, come join me, keep me company. Yes, I'm being selfish in that manner. And we shall talk to you guys all next time. Night, OCD. No? Thank you.
Think. Thanks, OCD.
Oh.
Hello, Phoenix. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. I wonder if I can